Hello everybody, John Cottrell here at Mosaic Yoga. Going to be teaching Power Hour in just a couple of minutes. Let me just say a couple of things before we get started. If you are a follower of our Mosaic Yoga classes, you can certainly continue following us right here on Facebook Live. We have a number of teachers who are continuing to teach regularly, so you can just tune in, practice live with us, and feel free to donate to us through Venmo. Also, if you just want to continue to support our yoga progress through Mosaic Yoga, you may know that we also have a YouTube channel. And all of our videos that we've been doing here on Facebook Live have been moved over to YouTube. Well, at the moment, if you want to continue watching some of those videos, you'll need to become a member. And so it's just a monthly subscription, and it's through a system called Patreon. So I forgot to put it in my description here, but if you can remember this, it is patreon.com/mosaic yoga. Patreon.com/mosaic yoga. Patreon.com/mosaic yoga. And if you pay $30 per month, that gives you access to all of our yoga videos that have been archived over to our YouTube channel. And it's 250 plus yoga videos. Now with our Facebook Live classes, we're continuing to do these. And they'll remain on the Facebook platform for about 2 weeks. Then they'll disappear and they'll move over to YouTube. So if you're practicing with us live, you have no problems. You can just practice with us right here, make your donation, and you're good to go. But if there is another way that you want to support us, try our Patreon version. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can email us actually at mosaicyoga2020@gmail.com. That's one of our email addresses that you can use. Or just leave us a comment on our Facebook page. So it is noon. Welcome. My name is John. This is Power Hour. We're going to be doing a class that I'm calling It Is Time to Twist Again. So there'll be some twisting postures. And of course, we'll be flowing through some twisting poses. Let me tell you what we'll need for this class. If you're just joining us, hello, welcome. You'll need a yoga mat, of course. And I want to suggest that you grab a couple of yoga blocks. Now the blocks are going to actually help us with some of the twists that we'll be doing. So if you got a block or two, one's fine, but if you have two, that's great also. So grab a couple of props. Let's go ahead and begin our practice. So I invite you to stand nice and tall near the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart and your toes pointing forward, and your arms can just rest down by your side at the moment. Feel free to roll your shoulders a little bit, even nod your head, just to open up a little bit through your neck and your shoulders. And then take a few deep breaths. You might breathe in deeply through your nose and a nice exhale through your nose or through your mouth. Again, a nice breathing in sensation and exhale. Good. Do that a few more times just to help you settle in, arrive in your space. Make your way to being more present and aware as we begin our practice together. And then just continue with slow, steady breaths in and out. And you're welcome to keep your eyes opened, or you can close them. If you keep them open, it's just a soft gaze forward or downward. Nice. Let's just hold here for a few more breaths. This is also a nice opportunity to create a personal intention. Now that you've cleared your mind, you've taken a few deep breaths in and out, settling into this quiet space, and just thinking about what you would like to achieve in this practice. Very good. Go ahead and take 3 more slow breaths in and out. When you're ready to move, go ahead and inhale and extend your arms overhead. You can take your time with this. Stretch and reach high. Then we'll exhale. Slowly fold forward with a good hinge from your hips and bend your knees quite a bit as you make your way down. You don't have to go all the way down. I'm just going partially down and my hands are here at my shins. You can certainly fold to touch your toes. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your knees or your thighs and extend your spine. So we have a nice long flat back. Let's actually hold here for a moment. Nice full breaths in and out, lengthening through your spine. Feel like your hips and tailbone are moving to the back of the room while the very top of your head is moving forward. Since we're in a half fold, you can keep this bend in your knees and your hands can just rest on your knees. Now go ahead and shift your weight back into your heels, bend your knees and feel like you're sitting down into a low chair. Look up or forward, extend your arms out to the side, then inhale, reach up into the sky, another big stretch. Exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Good, hold for a moment. We're gonna do the exact same sequence. When you're ready, inhale, let's float the arms up into the air, nice lengthening through the whole upper body. Exhale, fold forward, a good hinge from hips, bend knees, make your way down. You can just bend your knees more if you want to touch your toes. Inhale, we'll rise up halfway, full length of spine. Let's go ahead and exhale and fold again. That could be a partial fold or all the way down, or you can even stay at half forward fold. If you're down a little lower, you're certainly welcome to just hang heavily forward here. Kind of this ragdoll feeling where you can get a little loose in your neck, your shoulders. A little movement here. A little sway left and right with your upper body. Circle your shoulders. Nod yes and no. Deep breaths. Ready to move, let's go ahead and shift the weight back into the heels, bend your knees, let your hips drop, look forward, extend your arms out to the side, inhale fully, reaching all the way up, another big stretch, exhale, bring your palms together and back down to your heart. Let's go ahead and pause once again, we're taking a nice breath in and out. Nicely done. We're going to continue as we add on to our sun salutation. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, let's fold forward. Again, a good hinge from hips, bent knees. Make your way down, maybe touching your toes. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine, a flat back like a table. Exhale, bend your knees enough so you can fold and bend and bring your palms to the ground and step both of your feet back to the back end of your mat until you're in plank pose. Just a straight line in the body, top of a push-up. Hold for a moment for good strength in the upper body. You can also engage your core. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air, downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. Make sure your fingers are spread out wide. Press your palms firmly into the mat. You can even press a little bit more toward your thumbs and index fingers so you have more of that energy moving to center. Inner arms feel like they're squeezing inward towards each other. Arms are straight and strong here. Keep a slight bend in your knees so your hips can lift up high to help extend spine. Feel free to pedal your feet here, stretching your calves and your toes. Let's get ready to move. We'll breathe in fully, filling up your lungs. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale to rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bent knees, hips drop. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching high. Exhale, hands back down to your heart. Let's just pause here. Well done. So that's Sun Salutation Series A. We're going to move on to Series B. Inhale, extend your arms into the sky. Exhale to chair pose, Utkatasana, or just a chair-like position. Take a breath in as you extend your arms out like you're reaching for something. Exhale, dive forward, back down towards toes. Inhale, rise up halfway, lengthen spine. Exhale, bent knees, hands to the ground, walk or step or even hop back into plank pose. Again, strong straight line. Breathe in. As you exhale, finish your push-up. Come down. You can always bring knees to the ground first, then chest. Inhale to cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale onto your toes, lifting hips up into the air, downward facing dog. Feel free to make some adjustments with your feet, perhaps even your hands. Spread out your fingers, press palms firmly into the ground, strong arms, soft knees, hips high, core engaged. Let's continue. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Exhale, guide right foot to the top of the mat. Nice light landing up top. Left heel turns to the floor, shifting the weight back so you're balanced. So hands can easily lift. Hinge from hips, rise up facing forward, warrior one. Exhale, fold carefully to bring your hands back down to the ground. Plant them firmly. Slide this right foot back to meet the other. Plank pose. And finish your sequence. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg straight up behind you. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel plants into the ground. Find that even distribution of weight. Hands are light. Inhale, rise up, reach up, facing forward. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step back, plank, finishing your sequence. We'll meet up together in downward facing dog. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. Let's make our way down to the ground. Simply just kneel down, take a seat. You can just slide off of your heels, swing the legs around to the front, maybe sit in the center of your mat, and go ahead and roll down onto your back. We're going to move into bridge pose, but before we do bridge, let's take a twist. So remember that we're doing a twisting practice, so let's begin some twisting right here. First, just bring your feet to the ground, knees bent, and just lie flat for a moment, just so you can feel a nice extension through the spine, settling in. Let's go ahead and bring knees to chest, give a light hug, and then we'll take the knees over to left side down towards the ground, and then extend your right arm off to the right side. Now this left hand can just rest on top of this right leg, just resting, or even a gentle press as you reach more through your right hand, which will create more of a twist sensation. Now, in case this left leg doesn't touch the ground, you might want to take one of your blocks and place it underneath the knee. Or if you can see here, see my legs don't touch here, you can even place a block or a pillow right here for a little bit more support. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back up to center. Pause here. And then take knees down to the other side. Spinal twist. So this is just an introduction to our twisting. Allowing the body to be aware that we'll be engaging in twisting poses in our practice. Same thing, this left arm is just reaching. Right hand can just rest or gentle press onto this left thigh to create this little bit of a twist sensation through the low back. You might even feel a little hip opener here too. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back up to center. Pause to help align or realign. Let's plant the feet into the ground. Now we'll go to our bridge pose. We're going to inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage belly. And then just kind of peel your way off the ground, hips lifting up into the air like this. There's our initial lift, and we can continue more with the upper body. You can bend your elbows like this at 90 degrees. Press the arms into the ground just to feel upper body lift a little higher. You can even get your shoulders a bit underneath you. I kind of roll to one side and squeeze that shoulder underneath and then do the other. Perhaps even squeezing shoulder blades together underneath you. That provides another element of support, squeezing and engaging those back muscles. Even though we're in this back bend, you can still
engage your belly. You might even feel your glutes and your hamstrings engage in this pose too. So this is a very active position. 2 more breaths. After your second breath, just wiggle your toes forward a little bit. Let's extend the arms straight up into the air, then roll your way down slowly and carefully back down to the ground. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back into chest. Begin to rock forward and back gently, slowly, and then with a good exhale, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose. So we like to really extend the spine, lean back at an angle. Feet can stay on the ground if you'd like, or lean back more to lift the feet. Do engage your feet. You might even flex the feet or point your toes. Knees can stay bent here, or you can even straighten your legs, okay? That's a little bit more challenging. You can hold on to the backs of the legs here just to maintain this nice length in the spine. Let's hold here for several breaths. Getting some good core connection helps us with stability and strength. Also, it's going to help us with some rotation too. Since twisting really involves kind of the torso, right? Our core section. All right, let's move. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, cross legs. If you can, roll forward onto your hands. Hop or step back, plank pose, hold. Bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Downward facing dog. Let's continue. We'll add on. Inhale, extend right leg up. We're going to open this up. Bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside with a little lift of the knee towards the ceiling. Again, we're adding a bit of a twist. It's a minor twist through the spine, but it's a nice hip opener. Inhale again. As you exhale, unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the ground, planted firmly. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. And our exhale to warrior 2. If you'd like, you can take the feet a little bit farther apart if you want, not necessary. Lunging a little deeper and reach out with some good energy through your arms. Hold for a moment. A few more breaths. And then we'll take this to side angle pose. So reaching out over the right leg, angle the upper body, right arm comes down while your left hand reaches up into the air. Nice extension. Now you're welcome to bring this right hand all the way down to the ground if you'd like. You can even use your stacked blocks here too. Let's take a breath in. And we'll exhale to turn towards the ground, fold so you can bring your palms onto the mat. Step back, plank pose, hold. And another shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Other side, let's inhale, extend left leg up, reach, bend and twist. Bend the knee, lift the knee. Doesn't have to lift too high. Feel the hip opener along with the slight rotation that's happening in the spine. Another thing to be aware of is that your hands are still firm on the ground. Shoulders are even. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the ground. Plant. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Settle in. Deeper stance or wider stance for a deeper lunge if you'd like. Good extension out through your arms. Side angle, let's reach out. Rotate the arms. Left hand down, right hand up. Really extending like you're trying to reach for the ceiling with the right hand and your left hand's trying to reach the ground. Unless you're already low enough and you are touching the ground with the left hand or stacked blocks. Breathe in, and your exhale to turn, hands back down, step back, plank pose. Go ahead and take that same shortcut again to down dog or complete the full vinyasa. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a moment, arriving in the pose. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Bent knees, dropped hips, look forward. Sweep the arms out, rise up. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Very nicely done.
Good. Go ahead and rest your arms, or just bring your arms down. Give them a little shake. Alrighty, so we've done 2 twists so far. Lying down, spinal rotation, and with that hip opener and down dog, just taking the leg up in a slight rotation. Now let's get into some more twists. Chair pose with a twist. Here's where you can also use a block. I'm going to adjust my mat and then grab a block. This is optional as far as the block is concerned. You can place that block between your thighs. Now my blocks, they're not that thick, so I'm going to turn it sideways like this. And just bring it between the thighs and give it a little squeeze. It just reminds you to hug into center. It also stabilizes your hips and keeps you nicely aligned from the waist all the way down to your feet. Because we want to pay attention to the upper body because that's what's rotating. We only want the upper body to move, okay? So we're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, take chair pose. It doesn't have to be too deep of a seat. You may need to adjust your block so you don't lose it there. Still squeezing it. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center. Go ahead and do a quick check-in. You're squeezing the block. If you look down at your knees, they're still aligned. And that's also an indicator that your hips are aligned. We want that. Now, you're going to twist just the upper body. What I imagine is like a bottle cap on like a ketchup bottle. You want to keep the bottle steady, and it's just the cap that's twisting. We're going to inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, pull belly in for support and a mild rotation. Here's the cap on that ketchup bottle, twisting to the right side. Hold here. Now you're certainly welcome to stay just like this or sit back and down a little deeper or even rotate more. However, I'm going to recommend that you try not to rotate too far. I'll say a little bit more about that later. Really just want to feel how the obliques engage, allowing you to twist and hold your twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. Then we're going to go ahead and stand up, reach into the air, and exhale, arms down by your side. All right, now you can keep hold of the block. I'm going to remove the block for this next side because I want to show you that you can still do this with feet about hip distance apart. Just stay where you are, just watch. Sitting back into chair pose, and make sure you're still rotating just at the upper body. Because what can happen sometimes, here I am twisting, sometimes everything starts to shift. And you look down at the knees, if you can see my knees went way out of alignment, which means my hips went out of alignment. The ketchup bottle turned with the cap. Don't want that, okay? All right, back to mountain pose, ready for the other side. Let's inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, take chair pose, hands to heart center. If you're still holding that block, give it a good squeeze. Or if you're free like this, make sure the legs are steady, knees are aligned, hips are aligned. Let's breathe in, good length of spine. Exhale, pull belly in, now twist to your left, mild rotation. Now I always say mild rotation, meaning just twist to a point where you feel like, okay, there's a natural stop. That's a functional, a very well functional rotation. It's not necessary to twist much farther than that. Sometimes, just sometimes, we can over-rotate. Over-rotation, not very healthy for our bodies, especially in the really lowest part of the spine, where there isn't a lot of mobility. There isn't a lot of mobility at the very base of the spine. So if we over-rotate it, it can cause some damage. Let's breathe in. Let's exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. Then we'll stand up, reach up into the sky, another big stretch, lengthening things out. Exhale, palms together, and down to your heart. Very nice. If you've got a block, you can go ahead and release it. Let's get ready to flow. Now before we get ready to flow, let's get our blocks ready because we're going to add another twist. So you may want to have, if you have one block, place it on the left side of your mat. If you have one block, place it on the left side of your mat. If you've got two blocks, just have one on either side of you, okay? Now our mountain pose. Let's inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, let's take chair pose again. Breathe in right here, extended arms. Exhale, dive out of your seat towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, lengthen spine. Exhale, bent knees, hands to the ground, walk or step back, plank. Right away, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're getting some nice flow in the body. Inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. It's a hip opener. Rotation through spine. Hold again right here. Again, just like we did in that chair pose with the twist, we wanted the knees to stay aligned. In the upside down version like this, we want to keep the shoulders aligned. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the ground, find balance. Lightness in the hands, inhale, rise. Exhale, open warrior two. Let's hold for a few seconds as you adjust. Then our side angle. Reach out, angled upper body. Rotate your arms. Right hand down, left hand up. Let's hold for a couple breaths. Now we're going to get ready for another twist. We're basically going to twist this pose. We're going to end up facing in the opposite direction. Okay, follow me. We're going to breathe in. As you exhale, turn. You're going to bring this left hand down to the block, or bring that block in. Even 2 blocks if you'd like. Hand on the block. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you, so everything is aligned nicely here. Then extend right arm off to the right side, and then rotate your torso to the right. And it's going to be very similar to that chair pose that you twisted. You don't want to over-rotate. You probably can't tell where my right hand is reaching. It's not reaching directly up to the ceiling. It's more at an angle, reaching for the wall across from me. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's bring both hands to the ground. If you've got one block, move it to the right side. Plant the hands, slide right foot back, plank, finish your flow, chaturanga. Modify this if you need to. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, here we go. Inhale, extend left leg up, bend, twist. We're holding the twist so you can check in with the upper body. Notice if you've got more weight in the right hand or have dipped into your right shoulder. Square them out. Inhale. We'll exhale to unwind, step through. Left foot to the top, right heel plants, balanced. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Exhale, open, second warrior. Nice extension out through the arms. Side angle, reaching out, rotate your arms. Left hand down, right hand up. Hold here. Ready to twist. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, we'll bring right hand either to the floor or the block. I like the block. Here's why. It lifts you up a little bit. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you, aligns everything. If you're lifted a little higher like this, you have a little bit more mobility in the waistline so you can actually rotate. If you're down too low, you might feel kind of trapped in your hips and in this front leg. Okay, let's extend the left arm out to the side, and there's our rotation. Again, not a very full rotation, mild enough, but still significant. Over-rotating could cause potential damage. Just want to be very mindful, even if you're very flexible, keep it mild, take care of your body. Let's breathe in, exhale, both hands to the floor. All right, let's get our blocks in the right place. Plant the hands, slide left foot back, straight line. Finish your sequence. Meet up in downward facing. All right, we're going to bring the knees to the ground. Stay here on hands and knees. I'm going to turn towards you. Okay? You're going to just step over a little bit to the right side of your mat, just a little bit, just to the edge of your mat. And then sit back as you're able to hero.
very briefly, because we're going to slide the hips off to the left side. Now, if you can reach the ground with no problem, go ahead and sit on the ground. Or if you need a little lift, you might bring in a folded blanket or one of your blocks and just sit on the block. Alrighty? Now, sitting like this does create a little unevenness, and that's kind of intentional. Alrighty? We're going to place both hands over here on the left side, press in to the ground just to get some nice length of spine. Now, your right hand will just stay right here on the thigh. Push into the ground with the left hand. Inhale, tall body. Exhale, pull belly in. Again, a slight rotation to your left. And that rotation, we want to initiate really low, kind of belly, like just below the rib. Now, because we sometimes automatically just turn our heads. Okay, now that is a rotation in the neck, but don't forget to rotate through the torso. Now, because of this unevenness in the hips and our rotation in this direction, you might feel kind of a pull or stretch quality on this left side, that low back down into kind of left hip a little bit. This is how we'll get out of the pose. Take one more breath in and out. Since we're facing the left, go ahead and crawl both hands to the left. That'll get us out of that sensation. And then press and crawl up to hands and knees. So we're aligned once again like this. Once we're here, just go ahead and slide over to the left edge of your mat. Same thing, go ahead and sit back into hero briefly. We're going to slide hips off to the right side. Use a prop if you need to. Sit on the mat or on a folded blanket or a block. Both hands over here on the right, maybe just propped up on your fingertips. Push into the ground to maintain a length of spine, because we don't want to be at an angle here, not leaning, but slightly up. But also notice how this feels on the left side. If it feels a little bindy, okay, maybe you need to lean a little bit. That's fine. Breathe in, good extension of spine. Exhale, pull belly in. And here we go. You're going to hear me say this all the time. Slight rotation to your right side. Because of the unevenness that's happening in the lower body, notice perhaps sensation in the low back, kind of through the side, down through hip. Remember that rotation we want to initiate from this section at that belly, low belly, just below the ribs. Just notice if you just turned your head. That's only part of the twist. Twist from down here. 2 more breaths. We'll do the same thing to get out of the pose. So after your second breath, just crawl to the right or just step your hands out to the right. That'll release some of that sensation. And then press and lift yourself up to hands and knees. Right there. Stay there on hands and knees. You might just step back into center on your mat. And just take a series of cat and cow. Lift head and heart. And then arch the back. Inhale to cow, arching the back slightly there. Exhale, round it all out, pull belly button up towards spine. A few more like this. It's a great undulation for the spine. I like to think of it as a massage for your back body. Noticing this nice pelvic sensation, this rocking forward and back. Take 2 more breaths. Good, just stay here on hands and knees. Let's just go through that same segment again, that twisting segment. Step the hands forward, tuck your toes, lift knees and hips, extended spine in your down dog. Let's pick up the pace just a little bit. Inhale, extend right leg up, bend the knee, lift the knee, twisted spine, hip opener, shoulders even. Unwind, step through, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the ground, rise up, first warrior. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Settle in. Side angle, reach out, rotate the arms, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale, reach for the sky with left hand. Exhale, turn, bring left hand down to the floor or block. I'm bringing in my block. Rise up on tiptoes. Evenness in the body, extend right arm out to the side, immediately rotating. We want to be sure the spine or torso is lengthened, nice and long. Breathe in. Exhale, let's return to the ground with both hands. Let's step back, plank. Let's just hold plank. And from here, just take a shortcut, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, extend left leg up, bend, twist, shoulders aligned. As we unwind on the exhale, step through, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel plants. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Exhale, second warrior. Side angle right away. Rotate your arms. Good extension, reaching high, reaching low. Exhale, ready to twist. Right hand comes down to the ground or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Nice long extension through torso. Left arm out to the side, twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind it, plant the hands. Step back, plank, hold, shortcut, down dog. From here, jump, step, or walk. Both feet back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Bent knees. Weights in the heels. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up high. Good. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Very good. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Shake things out. Alrighty. Now we're going to go back to our chair pose with the twist. We're going to add something here. Let me just show you. Okay? So just watch. So I'm just going to take my arms up. Exhale, take chair pose, hands to heart. I'm going to twist to my right side, just a little bit. Because I'm twisting to the right, I'm going to shift the weight of my body into my right foot. Be sure the knees stay bent. Stay in the twist, but you're going to take the left foot and just pick it up and extend it back or just tap it back. Tapping back until we're see how my body is shifting back here? Finding balance. So I feel good right here in this twist. We're going to hold there for a few, and then we're just going to step it forward again and just take it in reverse, basically. Okay? So that's our quick little segment there. All right, let's come to our mountain pose. Roll shoulders back, look forward, arms down by your side. Here we go. Inhale, extend arms up. Exhale, chair pose, hands to heart as you take your seat. Inhale, nice extension of spine. Exhale, twist to the right, mild, hold. Then start shifting the weight into right foot. Remember the knees stay bent. You'll feel more pressure and weight on that right side. Another exhale just to engage your belly so you feel more balanced. So you can step or extend this left leg back, toes on the ground, but then shift the weight back so we're in this high lunged position, but you're in a twist. Let's hold here. While we're here, let's just go ahead and extend the arms. Left arm straightens, right arm straightens as well. They're just reaching. Doesn't matter where they're reaching, they're just extended. Now let's take it in reverse. Bring the hands back to heart, palms together. Lean into right foot, step left foot forward, chair pose twisted. Unwind it, hands on thighs. Stand up tall, reach into the air. Let's go right away to the other side. Extended mountain, exhale chair, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Hold. Feel the weight shift into left foot, root. Feel strong on this left side. Core engagement with an exhale. Step the right foot back. Tap, tap, tap. Maybe more. Shift weight back. Balanced. Stay in the twist. Extend your arms. Just reach. Take it in reverse. Palms together again. Lean into left foot. Step forward with right foot. Unwind. Hands on thighs. Stand up tall, extended mountain. Reach. Arms down by your side. Very good. Okay, let's flow. Got another thing we're going to add on. Mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, plant hands, walk, step, or hop back plank. Let's go ahead and take the sequence, chaturanga. Up dog, nice long legs, pointed feet behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, settle into your down dog. Here comes the new part. We're doing another twist. Now you're going to step your feet forward a little bit towards your hands, just a little bit. More if you need to. Even take the feet a little wider on your mat. This will help. Now, you're going to take your right hand and reach back to the outside of your left leg as low as you can reach. Right hand to the outside of your left leg as low as you can reach. We're going to try to stay hip even as best as we can. And you're twisting. Left hand pushing into the ground. Okay, other side. Let's take the right hand back out in front. Plant both hands on the ground. Other side. Left hand reaches to the outside of your right leg. As low as you can reach. It might be your knee, it might be your calf, it could be your heel. Hips are even. Just be aware if you're really shifting your hips to the right side. See if you can bring them more even. Rotating through your torso. You might even look underneath your right arm. Right hand pressing into the ground. All right, let's bring left hand back down to the mat. Step your feet back. Down dog. Let's flow. Pick it up. Inhale, right leg up into the air, bend and twist. Exhale, unwind, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel plants. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Side angle. Reach out, rotate. Right hand down, left hand up. Inhale, expand. Exhale, revolve. So left hand comes down, grab that block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Strong, long spine. Right arm extends out to the right side. Rotate to the right. Hold for a moment. Let's get a nice hold here. You might find that you are rotating a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, let's plant the hands. Let's step back into down dog. Both feet on the ground, hips high. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend, twist open. Exhale, unwind, step through. Warrior one. Plant that heel behind you before you rise. Inhale. Exhale, open. Side angle. Rotate the arms. Reach high and low. Inhale to extend and open more. Exhale, revolve. So right hand comes to the block on the ground. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, extended spine. Left arm out to the side, revolve. Again, we're going to hold. Check in with this rotation. Notice how this feels. What may be helping you to rotate more is that your hips are opening. Breathe in. Exhale, plant both hands on the mat. Step back, down dog, hips in the air, feet on the ground. Jump, step, or walk. Both feet up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up to standing. Reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Go ahead and relax. Grab some water if you'd like. Let me show you another segment that we're going to add on. Now, we already did this position. Just watch. Where we're in chair pose. Twisting to one side. I'm twisting to my right, putting weight into right foot, stepping left leg back, finding balance. And we extended the arms. We're going to continue and add on from here. So from this twist, we're going to rise up to what I call Twisted Warrior 2. So I'm still facing the right side of the room. Left arm reaching forward, right arm reaching back, squeezing thighs together to help you balance. I'm going to drop the right hand, but then take a windmill-like position or movement that's backwards into Warrior 2. So that left heel dropped to the ground. And we're going to reverse the warrior. We're going to continue the movement from here, okay? So that's how the flow will start. All right, let's come back up to mountain pose. Take a breath or two. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, chair pose. Bring hands to heart. Take a breath in, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Shift weight into right foot, press. Lift the left foot, step it back, way back, find balance on 2 feet. Nice twist, extend the arms. We're going to add on. Rise up to Twisted Warrior 2. You're still facing the right. Arms extended parallel to the ground. Squeeze thighs together. Drop the right hand, backward windmill to Warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Right hand just reaches up into the air. Good. Side angle. Right hand down, left hand up. You know where we are now. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. Left hand comes to the block. Rise up onto tiptoes. Extended spine, extended right arm off to the side. We're twisting again to the right side of the room. Inhale. Exhale, let's bring the hands down to the ground. Step back, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. Float both feet back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Let's right away go to the other side. Reach into the air. Chair pose. Hands to heart as you take your seat. Inhale, spinal extension in the chair. Exhale, twist to your left. Shift weight into left foot. Plant it. Pick up the right foot. Step or tap it back. Find balance. You're twisted. Extend the arms. Stay in this twist. Rise up, Twisted Warrior 2. You're facing the left. Arms extended parallel. Squeeze to inner thighs. Drop left hand. Backward windmill, Warrior 2. And then reverse the warrior. Left hand up. Be sure the right heel is planted into the ground. It's just a regular warrior position. Side angle. Left hand down, right hand up. Inhale to expand and open. Exhale, revolve. Right hand down to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Left hand out to the side, twist. Breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, plank pose. Come on down. Inhale, up dog. And downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. Then float both feet up to the top of your mat. Monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Come all the way back up to standing. Reach high. Exhale. Hands down by your side. Well done. I'm just going to adjust my mat here. There we go. Alrighty, we're going to go through the sequence again, picking up the pace as best as you can, but if you need to keep it slow, keep it slow. We're just going to add that upside down twisting posture that we did when we were in down dog. We brought a hand out to the leg. We're going to add that. Okay, here we go. Mountain pose. Take a breath. We're moving now. Inhale, extend arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale for length of spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Start shifting weight into right foot. Pick up left foot, extend it back. Step down. Balance. Extend arms, floor to ceiling. Rise up, Twisted Warrior 2. Squeeze to inner thighs for balance. Drop right hand, reverse windmill. Warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Right hand up into the air. Side angle, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale for the extension. Exhale, twist, so left hand comes down to the block. Rise up onto tiptoes. Right hand out to the side, rotate. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, plant the hands. Step back, plank pose, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step both feet forward a little bit, just a little bit. Wide stance if you want. Right hand reaches to the outside of the left leg. Remember, hips are high, even. Rotate through torso. Look underneath left arm. Good strength and balance. Right hand to the mat. Jump, step, or walk. Both feet to the top of the mat. Monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up tall. Reach high. Exhale, chair pose. Hands to heart. Immediately to the other side. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to left. Shift weight into left foot. Root. Pick up right foot, step it back. Nice deep lunge, find balance. Extend arms, floor to ceiling. There it is. Rise up, twisted warrior 2. Drop left hand, reversed windmill. Warrior 2, reverse the warrior. Left hand up. Side angle, left hand down, right hand up. Inhale, extend to open. Exhale, revolve. Right hand down to the block or ground. Rise up onto tiptoes. Extend left arm out to the side. Revolve. All this great twisting in the body. It feels so good. Breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Tiny tiptoe forward. Take feet wide. Left hand reaches to the outside of right leg. Twist. Hips high. Find that evenness. Left hand plants. Hold in down dog for a second. Then bring knees to the ground. Sit back, hero. Pause here for a moment. Great job. We're going to do one more seated twist here before we close our practice. Let's come back up to hands and knees. Scoot over towards the right edge of your mat. Sit back, hero. Slide this hip, left hip off to the floor if you can, actually to the floor. If you need a block, that's fine, because what we'll do, once you take the seat, this right leg will extend and bring it around and step this left foot over the right knee. And then you can adjust your seat. And again, you can sit on a block or blanket. Hold onto the shin with both hands. Nice and tall here. The left hand can hold onto the knee, while your right hand can come behind you onto the ground, just to assist a spinal extension. Inhale. And exhale, a gentle rotation to your right. Remember, we're trying to initiate that twist low in the belly. Not just your head, not just your shoulder. Let's hold here for a moment. Now, if the hand isn't doing the trick here, you can actually take your elbow and wrap it around. It's just a little bit more of a sensation. Let's hold here. Even though it's a mild rotation, but because of this bent knee, just the way the body is situated, you might feel this as a nice release in the right hip. Two more breaths. We're going to slowly unwind. Bring both hands behind you, lean back, so you can uncross the legs. Resit. I just like to lift my hips and just take a seat again, so you're just planted evenly. Boat pose, yes. Here, not too long. We're just going to breathe in, exhale, cross legs, really just kind of rolling through. Hands out in front, back into plank pose, just for a moment. And then down dog, just for a moment. And then we'll bring both knees to the ground. Scoot off to the left side. Sit back, hero. Slide hips off to the right side. Lean into the right. So you can bring this left leg around. Step the foot over right knee. Resit. Hold onto the shin. Sit up tall. Right hand's going to hold onto the knee or shin while left hand comes behind you. Press into the ground to help extend your spine. We want that extension. Inhale for that lift. Exhale, pull belly in. Initiate that rotation from that low section of the body, twisting to your left. You can keep the hand here or bring the elbow around. When I do that, I just feel a little bit more in my back and hips. This feels good for me. If it's not good for you, just use your hand instead. Long spine, lifting, rotating. But when you feel like there's no more rotation happening in the low belly, that's when the other parts move, your chest, shoulder, and then lastly, your head. Maybe your chin is kind of pointing in the same direction as your shoulder. 2 more breaths. All right, then we'll unwind. Lean back into your hands so we can uncross the legs. Resit. Boat pose. Let's hold boat a little bit longer. Nice extension through spine. Lifted feet maybe. Flexed feet or pointed toes. You can always bring heels to the ground if you'd like. You can always free up your hands if you'd like. One more breath. And then just bring the feet to the ground. Excellent. All right, go ahead and find the center of your mat. We're going to lie down onto the back. Hug knees to chest. Let's go back to that initial twist, the very first twist that we did. Spinal twist. Knees to the left, right arm off to the right. Just notice any changes. I'm already noticing that my legs are closer together than they were the first time. So I did experience some release through the back and hips and the side of the body. Let's hold here for a few more breaths. If that's not the case, that's okay. And if you need to modify the pose, please modify. Use props or just not twist too far. Let's bring knees back up to center. Let's hold here just for realignment, and then down to the other side. Holding for several breaths. And just 2 more breaths here. And carefully make your way back up to center. And take a hip opener. It might be happy baby pose or reclining cobbler's pose. Or just any other posture that would feel good as a nice hip opener. You can also choose something else if you do decide you don't want to do a hip opener. If you want to stay in those twists or repeat them, or even an inverted pose. Maybe you want to take the leg straight up into the air, or even shoulder stand, go ahead and do so. Just finishing your moving practice as you'd like, in the way that feels best for you. Whenever you do feel complete, go ahead and make your way down to Shavasana or any other comfortable, relaxing position. All right, I'm finishing up my hip openers, ready for Shavasana, extending legs out onto the ground in front, arms down by my side. And just take a couple of minutes here just to settle in. Deep breaths in and out. Feel free to close your eyes, of course. If you have an eye pillow, that's always nice to lay across your eyes. This is also another opportunity to come back to your personal intention. If you established one at the beginning of your practice when we were in mountain pose, come back to that energy and just check in. Were you able to bring that intention to reality? Or at least a step forward towards the realization of your intention.
stay here as long as you'd like, just lying here comfortably in this nice meditative state of mind and body. But when you are ready to move, take your time. You might start with some deep breaths. Maybe 5 slow, deep breaths as a way to prepare your body to move. As you're breathing and approaching your 5th breath, just feel the body slowly move. After your 5th breath, bring more motion to your body. Take your time, go slowly, and roll onto either side of your body. Just briefly, in this nurturing pose. And rising to seated. Sit up nice and tall with an extended spine. Your arms can just relax at the moment down by your side with your hands on your knees or in your lap. And inhale, extend your arms straight up into the air. Nice extension. As you exhale, bring your hands together and down to your heart. Hold here in stillness as you take one more breath. And as we complete our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. I want to thank you all for joining me. This has been a wonderful practice to do with you. Time to twist again. So great. If you have any comments, please leave a comment right below there. And happy to respond. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can always go over to my personal page if you want, John Cottrell, and ask any questions. And just a reminder about what's happening to these videos that we're doing on Facebook Live. They will stay in our archive for about 2 weeks, which allows you to access them at any time. You can practice. Feel free to donate to the instructors that are teaching. After that 2-week period, they disappear. But where do they go? They go over to our YouTube channel. To access our YouTube channel, you have to become a member, and we're using a system called Patreon. Patreon, P-A-T-R-E-O-N, patreon.com/Mosaic Yoga. And there you can become a patron by paying a monthly fee. Now, our basic fee is $30 per month. $30 per month. And that will give you easy, quick access to all of our yoga videos that we've been doing for the last 9 or 10 months. That's over 250 yoga videos. So if you've missed a few, they're there. And then that's the way you can pay. You just got your $30 per month, access any of those videos anytime, all the time, including these new videos that are coming up. As these new ones are being produced, we're putting those onto our YouTube channel. If you have questions about any of that, please feel free to reach out to us. You can just leave a message in Messenger or leave a comment on our page here. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure having you. Thanks. Namaste.